once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. And what a great race is in store for us today, here at the oldest circuit on the calendar, which hosted its first race all the way back in 1922. With top speeds up to 215 and an average lap speed of around 155 miles per hour, Monza's reputation as one of the fastest circuits in the sport is well earned. We have 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with the best overtaking chance coming into the heavy braking zone of the Turn 1 chicane. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. The captain lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Ocon, Bottas, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Kobayashi, Tsunoda, Stroll, Magnussen, Sainz, Norris, Albon, Joe, Helga, Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, Perez, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Welcome to Driving Immersion. This is the immersive racing experience. We drive full-length races in full simulation from the driver's cockpit with a Fanatec force feedback wheel and pedal set. We have the full grid of cars with all the skill and talent of the drivers and all of the weather that is set in the game. This is the full career season in Formula One. Before we go on, give us a like and subscribe and let us know what you think of the race. It gets our channel out there to other race fans like you. In addition, you'll be notified when the race is available. Our content is on Facebook in HD and on YouTube in Ultra HD.
Okay, this is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix, which means there's a lot of very important people here behind the scenes. I'd love to give them a strong result to watch today, plus a good result might make my post-race meetings a little bit easier.
We are at Monza in Italy, one of our favorite tracks here in the Formula One season, and this is going to be a fast race. We have qualified in P1 with our teammate Kamui Kobayashi following very closely behind, but he did suffer a penalty and he is set back in the field.
So here's our strategy. We're going to go with a one-stop, stopping at lap 25. Actually, we can stop even before then if the tires go bad. And we're going to stick with the 59 laps of fuel. That's 6 extra laps. This is a dry race, and this is a fast, full-throttle track. So we may need all that fuel. Here's our setup, and you can freeze if you want to take a look at it, but it is based off of the lowest downforce, fastest setting. And the only adjustment that we made here was in the tire pressures. And again, we just like to have a little bit more snap in the tires by having more air. So we are ready to go.
The track here at Monza, Italy is also known as the Temple of Speed. It is a low downforce track with very high straight speed.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down.
Here we are as we enter the first chicane, which is turns 1 and 2. Very slow here, going down to first gear. As we accelerate out, we build speed with our ERS. Long right-hander here, and this is going to be turn 3. Right after the bridge, very hard braking. Again into turn 4 and turn 5 of the second chicane, and we are going to touch the curve on the left and the right.
Stable at the moment, no rain currently expected.
Approaching turn 6 here to the right, and we're going to go down to 5th gear, touch the curve on the right and the left again, and we are using as much of the track as we can. Turn 7 here, just to maintain that high speed. Again, this is a very high speed track into our second DRS zone. The first DRS zone is actually right after we cross the start finish line at the beginning of the lap. Down the back straight, turn 8 here to the left, turn 9 on the curb again, turn 10 also on the curb as we exit out, full throttle into sector 3. Again, we'll be using our ERS here just to maintain the cars in the back. Right turn into turn 11, and we are going to take this at 5th gear at full speed. Accelerate out, get into 6th gear as soon as we can. And that is the pit entrance to the right. There's the DRS zone along with the start-finish line. And here we are approaching our grid box. Ready for the race.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's...
So the race here at Monza is 53 laps. And the first Grand Prix here was in 1950. The fastest time on this lap is by Rubens Barrichello in 2004. Obviously in a Ferrari with a 1:21.046. Here we are coming into turn 1. And we maintain first place, so a very good start here for the number 66.
Good, get away.
Coming in through 4 and 5, we are followed by George Russell in the Mercedes, Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. Turn 6 here to the right. Lewis Hamilton in the second Ferrari, and Esteban Ocon. Very good start for him. Our teammate in 7th place right now. Down the back straight, we enter turn 11, also known as the Parabolica. On board with our teammate, and he is passing Esteban Ocon in the Alpine. This is going to be Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes, so a very good speed here for him. No DRS yet. And he's going to get Lewis Hamilton in the first chicane. Lewis fights back as we accelerate out. And he's going to maintain his position through the Curva Grande. Down the back stretch again. Riding with Lewis Hamilton. That is now Kamui just behind him under the wing. Back with the 66 through 8, 9, and 10.
Keep this up, well done.
Having a look at the display on the steering wheel, we are not using our ERS yet, as we are a good distance from the cars behind. Now that DRS is available, they will be able to have a speed advantage if they are behind us within 1 second. And we are now going to start using our ERS.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
A little excursion there on the grass.
Miscalculation there.
Turn 6, the first of 2 Lesmos. Turn 7, second. Now we are in the lead, so we don't have the DRS available to us. You can see here that our teammate through the rear view mirror has his DRS open, and we saw that the Mercedes, George Russell, also had his DRS open. But our teammates got very, very good speed. The higher that we turn up the difficulty or the ability of the AI here in F1. The faster, the harder the teammate will drive and try to equalize our speed and our effort.
So right now we have a good getaway, but the P2 and P3 and our teammate are coming up real fast. Kobayashi's got a lot of speed.
So there we can see on the leaderboard that our teammate got around and he is now in second place. The DRS gives him a lot of speed.
6 or 7 on the grid, and now he is P2.
On board now with Kamui, looking at the number 66, just ahead of
Very close.
Under the wing, just before we get to Ascari. Here we are, 8, 9, and 10. And the rest of the field still in tow. Coming into the Parabolica. Well, he's still very close to the 66, and he's going to have his DRS here down the main straight. Not able to get by this time by Kamui Kobayashi. We do have our ERS available to us in the 66. Very racy here as we come into the Curva Grande. Side by side in the 4 and 5. And
he's actually rubbing paint.
A little touch there between the two driving immersion cars. And right now Kamui is ahead. Back on board with the 66, again through the Parabolica. This time around, we're going to have the DRS available to us. Let's see if we can get by Kamui here. Very early on, we activate the ERS, and we are side by side before we cross the start-finish line. And that is the speed difference with the DRS available. Back to P1 for Mars Medina. Are looking at a very racy Kamui Kobayashi as we come in through turns 6 and 7.
A lot of speed here from Kamui. Might have to let him go.
DRS available again. This time around, it's his turn with DRS as we cross the start-finish line. So again, for this race at Monza, we had turned up the AI level, or the difficulty level, and you can see now that the faster cars in the field are staying with us. But more importantly, our teammate is very, very racy. and in many parts of the track he's actually faster than us. So it's our goal here to just keep him behind, kind of control his pace. If we do let him ahead for more than a couple of laps, he will eventually just get away. But at least the rest of the field, like the Ferraris and the Mercedes here, are staying with us. So the difficulty level is pretty much near perfect for us now. And again, for everybody else, it's a different difficulty level. We happen to drive in a seated position similar to how you would sit in a Formula car with a steering wheel and a pedal set. There are people that play this game on their desk with keyboard or a hand control, and that does make a difference into your performance as well as your immersion. But again, we are taking this game all the way to what it can do and what the possibilities are. Coming into turn 1 again, Kamui still behind us. Not enough ERS and DRS for him to get by. Again, wheel-to-wheel racing here still in Monza at the first chicane. Riding on board now with Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, watching the teammates just up ahead racing.
Did I get bumped?
Continuing the wheel-to-wheel racing here between the teammates, but the Ferrari is just over the shoulder as we come in through 1 and 2 again.
Nice and consistent. Try not to make mistakes. On the grass there.
Lap 9 of 53. Racing is still very close here. And we are down the backstretch once again. That is going to be Kamui just behind us again with his DRS. And we can see here that we are side by side just before Ascari. Side by side through Ascari. And 66 is going to hold on to the lead.
Now he's going to start wearing out his tires.
So now 10 laps into the race, we are going to have to start thinking about the tires on this car. We have a one-stop pit strategy, and you can see here that with the racing so close, if we come in for 2 stops, we're certainly going to lose a lot of time and space on the track, unless everybody else has a 2-stop, and we won't know until the end of the race. So right now on lap 10, we are considering letting Kamui go. It's very possible that he may have a 2-stop, as racy as he is. Again, still very close here. It's possible that the other cars may have a 2-stop strategy, and they may be more willing to wear out their tires. Once again through Ascari.
We do have a train behind us.
nose cam of Charles Leclerc and the Ferrari. Again, that is the two Driving Immersion teammates starting lap 11, coming into the first chicane, turns 1 and 2. Very hard braking here from more than 200 miles an hour. Sometimes dropping down to first gear or second gear to exit successfully. Turn 3, Curva Grande. Exiting Ascari once again. These laps are coming very fast. Kamui just behind us, not as racy right now, and it's very possible that he may be considering saving his tires. Tries to take a look on the inside of turn 1. There's a race just behind us, and that is, I believe, Max Verstappen and one of the Mercedes. And that would be Lewis Hamilton. But looking back right now, it looks like Lewis is keeping his place. So we've got 4 cars on the very front of this race. And that's 2 Driving Immersion, 1 Ferrari, and 1 Mercedes. DRS again for all of the following cars, except for the lead car. So right now we are able to utilize our ERS very successfully. No DRS here down the back straight. Just before the Parabolica. Again, just enough braking so that you can make it through there and exit out in the curve.
Front left is starting to push.
Just to get the fastest time.
Another good run here for Kamui.
So side by side again, once we cross the start-finish line and we come in through turn 1, he is going to fade back. Very wide there at the Curva Grande for the number 66, and you can see here that Kamui has gotten in front before the second chicane.
Overtake button.
Second Lesmo as we come into DRS, and we're going to have that available to us. You can see that we are able to make up a little time on Kamui just ahead, but he had a very good jump coming out of turn 7. Around to cross the start-finish line once again. This is one of our favorite tracks here in the Formula 1 circuit, as it is complete speed and complete accuracy as you come in through the chicanes and brake hard, as we did in turn 1, making it through Ascari and the Parabolica with as much speed as you can. All very technical here. Our wings are set to 0 and 0, so again, it's all about speed. But you do have to be precise in coming in through the turns, just because you don't have as much downforce as you have available in the other tracks.
causing unnecessary wear to your transmission. Try to
Engine
take it
failure.
easy, or we're going to
So
risk
right
losing
now
it.
we have a pop-up that says that we have a engine failure or mechanical
Lap
failure.
14.
And you can see here that we have lost drive. The motor's still
No more
running.
drive.
And right now the number 66 has pulled over. Race done.
What was the engine failure?
Race done here at Monza, a very favorite track. We would have hoped to finish very well, as we did qualify very well. But this weekend is done for the number 66. Our second failure of the season. First one being Hungary. So again, very disappointing, as the prospects were very good, qualifying in pole. And that is going to end the weekend once again for the number 66, as we wait
Not
for
a very
the
long race.
software
14
to
laps.
come up with the results. It looks like Kamui had
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today.
finished in first place, so a good win for him.
And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable, because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
And it looks like a Mercedes in the background as well.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
So only 14 laps for the number 66, and certainly no points for a very good weekend just before the race. Very disappointing here, but good job for Kamui for finishing in first. He did have a very fast car. And that's what happens here in Formula One. Your car breaks, weekend is done. So a very short race here. Thanks for watching. If you had made it this far, don't forget to click like and subscribe for the remainder of the season, as we are doing a full season here in F1 24. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.